Hello, my dear Aries. This is your astrological forecast for July 2023 year. Retrograde Venus and many other events will be waiting for you. Let's find out about them as soon as possible. The 3rd of July is a full moon in your 10th house. A full moon is a moment of certain events. At this time, we are more concerned about something, we can be emotional. And the 10th house is a job and a career. Perhaps you will be given some new responsibilities that you will not agree with and go against, or a part-time job that you will not be thrilled with. Also, the 10th house is the goal of our life. Maybe you will think, did I choose or chose my path correctly? Am I doing the right thing? Am I going there at all? Also, the 10th house is your father. There may be a conversation on the topic of the future, some trips, or if you are going to get married, there will be some advice on this, or events related to your popularity. This is also quite possible. If you have your own store or your own business, then maybe many people will pay attention to it on a full moon. Or something hidden will come true. Some certain moments of your life or the lives of your loved ones, you will learn about them and understand that you need to act somehow, solve something, some situation that can get out of control. Well, it can also be lost in work. Perhaps you will recognize some pitfalls that you have not thought about before or that you have not noticed before. On the 11th of July, Mars enters your 6th house. Mars is speed, it's an action so thoughtless, some kind of light aggressiveness, that is, forward now and here. And the 6th house is responsible for the work and your duties. Perhaps the project that needs to be completed, you will grab it and bring it to the end, or the task at work needs to be solved immediately, or you will finally want to get rid of it or even write a letter of resignation. This is also quite possible. And those who are looking for a job will finally find it, because at this moment your energy will push you forward, you will agree to some changes, to some actions now and here, without thinking about the consequences. Also, the 6th house is health and treatment. You may want to get some tests or go to the doctor to find out your health condition or go to rehabilitation somewhere, and you will make these decisions spontaneously, that is, without preparing for it. Also, Mars is protection, that is, we can defend our borders at work. We can say that I will not do this because it is not my duties or it is not in the protocol, or when looking for a job you will clearly understand that no, I will not agree to these conditions. The 6th house also has debts, everything connected with it, with loans, with mortgages. Perhaps you will finally close a long loan or take out a loan for some things, but Mars is spontaneity, I remind you. Therefore, before you take something or borrow from someone, please think about whether you really need it right now. On the 12th of July, Mercury enters your 5th house. The planet Mercury is communication, it's business trips, some kind of everyday trips, it's news and information. And the 5th house is responsible for pleasure, for dating and novels. At this moment, you can meet interesting people, perhaps your future partner, if you are a single Aries, or strengthen your relationship, if you are in a family or in a couple, maybe go to some event together or visit some exhibitions, or take a walk, or go to a restaurant. You will want to be more in the circle of your family and in the circle of people who love you. The 5th house is also the children. Maybe you will get a call, maybe you will participate in some children's activities, or you will be concerned about your child, maybe you will get help for your child or make inquiries for the child, or communicate with children about their education, where they want to go, advise them or vice versa. Search with them for information about some institute or kindergarten or school. May also have some trips to visit children or out of town, or to the country, or even on vacation. You can make your plans together with your family. Well, also the fifth house is self-realization and creativity. Maybe one of your relatives will give you some idea and you will start a new project, or you will ask for help from your brothers, sisters, or close friends so that someone will help you create something or open something, or you will search for information on the internet how to implement this or that project or do one hobby or another. Creativity. It is also possible to travel, business trips or a long-awaited vacation. The 17th of July is the new moon in your fourth house. The new moon is a kind of stop. This is the moment when we are left almost without strength, such a slight apathy to everything, calmness. And the fourth house is the family. This is our home. Maybe you want to return home for a certain period of time for the summer, or for a few months, or vice versa. Relatives from distant cities will visit you, or you may decide that now you need to take some pause to communicate with relatives or to solve some specific cases. The new moon is also played out in actions, that is, what we do in order to achieve something in our lives. And the fourth house is moving, it's real estate. Maybe you will think about what you need to do to sell an apartment or buy an apartment, what you need to do to move to another city, to another district or to another country, what certificates you need to collect. You will study it, or perhaps you will help someone either to rent an apartment, or you will rent your apartment and sign some documents. This is also quite possible. On the 23rd of July, the planet Venus turns into retrograde motion in your fifth house. The planet Venus is love, its relationships, money, pleasure and our external beauty. The following may be lost here. Retrograde Venus, she brings some such chaos and confusion into our lives. And the fifth house is a date. These are novels, so at this moment when you are going to meet or get acquainted with someone, you will need to treat this a little with caution. Do not immediately try to trust strangers, open the door or your soul in front of them, because Venus can play a cruel joke on you. Also, during this period, it is not recommended to do any beauty injections, changes in appearance, I do not know, another hairstyle or something related to some procedures, because Venus in retrograde motion can lead to such results that you will not like in the future. Everything about money in retrograde Venus is also some kind of stop. Some payments may come later than scheduled, or you wanted to go out for some part-time job or maybe get some payments, they won't be delayed a little. The fifth house is children, so retrograde Venus can give us a false notion that we are not loved or that we are not given enough attention. No one calls us from children, or why relatives do not contact me for so long. It is better at such a time, of course, not to load yourself with such thoughts, but just wait a little. On the 24th of July, the sun enters your fifth house. The sun is you, it's your energy, your creativity enters the same house where Venus is retrograde, so there may be some interruptions in terms of your projects. You will feel the strength and energy that yes, I am capable, I can do it, or I am capable, I am. I can create something or discover something. You will feel a rush, as if you can do absolutely anything. You will want to express yourself, to be more in some process, not to stand on the side, but to participate in something. Maybe you will get the idea of your own business, that's it, it's time, I can, I will, I have everything for this, or I got everything, or I got it in order to open my own business. Right now I can, I am capable or capable of anything. It is also a state institution. You will clearly know what documents you need to get, what deadlines you need to meet, where to go for certificates, or perhaps you were waiting for some certificates, a visa, some diplomas, and they should come to you now. Well, the Sun is also a conscious decision. You will realize that you know exactly what you need, where to aim, how to solve a particular problem. Well, the end of the month is the 29th of July, the planet Mercury enters your 6th house. Mercury is communication, information, and the 6th house is work. Maybe at the end of the month you will receive a promotion offer or some good news regarding your responsibilities, or you will meet with some people at some negotiations that will be fruitful and will benefit both you and the company. The 6th house is also pets. Perhaps you will take someone from the household to the veterinary clinic to check their health, or vice versa, you will take pets to yourself, you will want to dilute the atmosphere of the house a little, or give someone pets. Everything that concerns health and treatment, perhaps you will go to some clinic or sanatorium or to a rest home where you can replenish yourself, carry out some specific procedures that will benefit you. Vehicles can also play a role. To change the car or give it for repair, or vice versa, you will want to buy a car or some other means of transportation. Well, communication with your relatives, brothers, sisters, moms, dads, uncles, aunts. At the end of the month, you will want to be with your loved ones and enjoy their communication. It was your astrological forecast for July of the 23rd year. My dear Aries, I believe in you, everything will come true and everything will work out. Only forward. Goodbye to everyone.